I'm Melissa Clarke. I go to Columbia School of Social Work, and I'm a policy concentration. Oddly enough, it wasn't a straight path. I originally wanted to go to law school, and then I always liked helping people, so I actually realized I'm actually good at that. So then I just made a turnaround and decided to do social work, and then I applied to Columbia, and here I am. I interned at the public advocate's office my senior year at my undergrad, and then I saw how much problems a lot of people were going through, and they were going through these problems because of the policies and the laws that affected them. And at that moment, I was just like, okay, maybe I can make an impact, but not go to law school at the same time. So at that moment, I was like, I can do social work or public policy, and then Columbia fused both together, so I went to social work school. Some of the problems I saw were people, they needed their food stamp benefits, and some policy took it away, or there was some loophole in the system that they couldn't get it, or their child needed to be transferred out of the school because it was too far, but then there were some school policies that said that they couldn't transfer for certain reasons. So things like that made me want to get more into the field, understand more what the individual is going through, to then understand how the law can actually, or policy can support the individual instead of it just being words on the paper. So far, I like what I do now at school social work because I'm actually in the field. So it's not just me sitting in a classroom reading a textbook and then not really doing anything with that information until I graduate. I'm actually applying what I learned in school in the field 3 times a week. So it helps. I'm interning currently in school-based services, so I'm at a charter school right now currently. So I'm there 3 days a week, and then I have class 2 days a week. So I'm there in the field more time than I am actually in the classroom. So I do individual counseling and group counseling, so just working with the students to figure out whatever they're going through at home or in the classroom, and how we can use basically the strengths they already have to figure out how they can use their strengths to solve their own problems. So just being a support system. I think one specific moment I would say is working with students who aren't from America and where English isn't their first language. A lot of them feel isolated a lot of the time, and they don't feel like they have someone who they can relate to and who understands what they're going through at the same time. So I think just being young and not have been that far away from the same experiences they're having is a strength to them, so they can relate. It's not just another adult or authority figure in the classroom. My parents are immigrants as well, so I understand and can only imagine the experience, even though I personally am not an immigrant. But my parents and my entire family are from Trinidad and Jamaica, and all the time I see when my cousins come up, how hard it is for them to adjust. Even just speaking, sometimes people don't understand what they're saying, oh, where are you from? Why you talk like that? Instead of just accepting people for who they are and what they bring to the table.